Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to another episode, or the first actual episode of MechWarrior Online lore, or mech lore, all that. So this is where we break down every single mech and lore base, tabletop kind of go over some stuff that's very interesting about the mech, and there we go. So, with that in mind, the Adder, aka the Puma, also known by the Inner Sphere, is a clan light omni-mech, 35 tonner. It's built in 3010. It's one of the part of Clan Wave 1, to be specific, for MechWarrior Online. It's built by three different locations. It's built by Sheridan LM, or three different companies. Sheridan LMTA 810, W7 Facilities, and then WC Site 3. What you're seeing here is the Prime variant, or the Prime, like in my eyes, the tabletop variant that most people use. It's got two PPCs and a flamer. Now, the way the mech is designed is the flamer, theoretically, is not supposed to be removable. It uses ferrofibrous, endo, as I mentioned before, it's 35 tons, XL210 engine, it's got 10 double heat sinks. The speed is 37.2 kph, and the primary configuration of the Adder is the 2 ER PPCs and 1 flamer. Tabletop battle value, if you're using the 1.0 system, it's 1500. And in the battle value 2.0 system, it's 2,500 difference. A couple things you need to know about the Adder. Number one, it was actually quite often used by Wolf Dragoons. It was fielded often in the successor state armies, mostly in 3050 with the B, C, and D variants. Which actually brings me up to the next section, which is how many variants there actually are. So there is technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 variants. So you have the Prime, dual peep, and the Flamer. But then you also have the A, which has a couple small pulse and some LRM-20s. You have the B, which has LBX autocannon 5s, some large pulse laser, and some ER mediums. Then you have the C, which has medium pulse lasers, NARCs, and LRM-15s. The D, which has an ER large laser, an Ultra Auto 5, and some Streak 2s. Then you have the E, which has some advanced tactical missiles and micro pulse lasers. For those of you who thought micro pulse lasers are completely useless and have no place in the game, well, technically, they go on the Adder E with the advanced tactical missiles. And then, last but not least, the H and the J. The H has heavy, large lasers on it. In the J, which in my eyes is the more interesting version, has as a primary weapon a hyper assault Gauss 20 and 4 anti-personnel Gauss rifles. The hyper assault Gauss rifle is used by Clan Hellshorse in 3068. It's basically like a heavy Gauss rifle, but it has a high fire rate, kind of like the rotary autocannons. It's insane, from what I've been reading up. The anti-personnel Gauss is basically for fighting and shooting at infantry. Basically just a scaled-down Gauss it's basically a rifle. It's an actual rifle, basically. At that point, it's just for anti-infantry. The overall price for this thing normally runs you around 7 million C-bills in the tabletop. If you actually look at the game itself, the Prime, 7 million C-bills. It's actually 3,000 more in MechWarrior Online than it actually is on tabletop, which isn't too bad. Overall, amazing mech. And that's it. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.